Alright, so welcome on to episode 10 of this Solo Self on Spellbreaker. And honestly, I have no clue what I haven't done on this character yet, but I think I haven't, for example, done the Ancient Grove dungeon and the... what's it called? Morgoneth dungeon, right? Also, I haven't taken this character to Share Realm at all yet, and after like running SR50 on Ultimate with like a Dovish that was even more undergeared than this one. I guess I should be able to do some SR. Wait, why do I have this crazy HP on a breaker? That's like... I don't even know. Oh yeah, I did craft myself a Nemesis relic on this guy, which is already like... debatable whether or not that's actually solo self-found or not, right? But like considering I haven't crafted anything else basically that requires blueprints, I think it's still fine. Also, I am level 100, so if you haven't found the relic, I mean the blueprint for this relic yet, then just farm more totems probably, right? Also, it's not even that ideal, like there are still better relics than this one. Like for example Nidala's relic, I think it's called. Let's check. Nidala's Outbreak, right? This one should be even better actually. But it's like level 90 relic, and I mean I do have it in my stash right now because I also put back all my save files into my folder after doing Dervish raids, right? So yeah, I could craft it because I found the blueprint on other characters, but let's just not do that here. Oh yeah, I haven't done Act 7 either, right? I did Act 6 the last time, I think. Yeah, I think Act 6 is what I did the last time, right? So maybe it's time for Kymon after all. Did I do Ancient Grove though? That's the real question. I have no idea. Hey from Birch, how you man? Welcome on, welcome on. And Dex Max Dex, how you? Welcome on, welcome on. Yeah, getting a specific one like Nemesis can take a long time, that's true. I was using Death Chill earlier, right? And Death Chill is honestly also fine, even for this level. Like if you don't have Nemesis, Death Chill should be like really easy to get from the vendor in Steel Cap District in AOM, right? So, I mean, yeah, if you don't have Nemesis, just use either Nidala's Outbreak, or if you don't have that, then just use what's it called? Or the Death Chill relic, right? Which is like really easy to get. Also, I could farm for chest drops, obviously, right? I could also farm Locksmith again to get like better weapons. But honestly, even the Spectral Longsword I have is kinda good. Like the Spectral Longsword is a big reason why I have this much HP, right? This one gives me 10% HP, which is huge for a weapon. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could kill like Locksmith again for like another sword, for like another dagger it is actually. I'm not even sure if that's worth it though. Like, the longsword is so good as well. At least the roll I got. If I had like other gear that would make me be able to max out Shadow Strike without this, right? It's not even maxed out right now, it's like 24 points. Then I would probably switch over to like a second Locksmith dagger. But right now Shadow Strike is not maxed anyway, so yeah, let's say Flame Strife, not a Storm Strife or a Chill Strife. I know, farming Chill Strife is obviously really good as well, because Chill Strifes are really good on Spellbreakers, but they are honestly very annoying to get, because yeah, the drop rates are like way worse for them than compared to Spectral Longswords or Locksmith daggers, right? Also, ideally, I think on this character I would actually like to play around Shadow Strike a little bit instead. Do like a little bit more of a hit and run playstyle, which is well supported by Arcanist Star Pact, for example, which has CDR round. Yeah, the level 90 relics are pretty hard to find. Like Nidavel's Outbreak, for example, that's true. For sure. So unless I find the Death Mark set or... Okay, so I haven't done Ancient Grove yet, right? This guy, yeah, I haven't been here yet. Okay, that's the Ancient Grove one. Ancient Grove dungeon is kinda... how to say it, useless for breakers though. Like, there's not really anything you want here in this dungeon. I'm just gonna do it once, so that it has been done, right? Basically to prove the point that the character can do it. But the dungeon that's gonna be actually interesting for this character is gonna be Morgoneth dungeon as well. Just like, well, Steps of Torment, right? You can farm Steps of Torment for the Alchemist rings. Or you can farm Morgoneth dungeon for the full Morgoneth set, right? I mean, both will take quite a long time. So I'm not sure if I will actually do that. Just keep in mind that those two things are options. Can every item, no matter which rarity, drop from any mob in Ultimate? I mean, everything that is not a monster frequent, yes, but lots of items are monster frequents. Which means that they only drop from specific monsters or specific chests. Well, if they are like dropping from a specific chest, then I guess they're like chest infrequents and not monster infrequents, right? Technically the same thing. Yeah, like the mythical gear can like everything that's not a monster infrequent but can basically drop anywhere, yeah. Hyrian Shield. Yeah, if you want to play a Hyrian Shield character though, I would suggest you to not play Templar, that I did, right? Paladin or Mage Hunter are probably better actually. Because, I don't know, the shield is really good with Inquisitor. It does give you like +2 to Aura of Sandra as well. And no. It would be better for like Templars as well if it gave some like bonuses to maybe Arcanist or Oathkeeper, like some skill bonuses, like skill modifiers, I mean. It was my best drop I didn't expect. I clicked on like a random rock and I got like 1 legendary out of a rock. I guess that's like still the best unexpected drop ever had. That's like something like this, right? I clicked on a stump or like a rock and I got a legendary from something like this, which is, I don't know, it happens like once in a lifetime, I guess. But yeah, everything can drop a legendary in this game, even rocks. Alright, so this dungeon, right? First of all, let's check out what overcap I have on my resistances. I have 75 fire, 125 cold, 75 lightning, 21 poison only, that's actually kinda low. And 20 wet, 20 bleed. I probably do have poison on basically everything though, right? Yeah, I guess so. Even once a various essence already. Okay, so I mean you could use Venom Guard ointments if you don't have like 30% overcap for poison for this dungeon, right? Other than that, I mean I guess you should be fine. Just kill stuff before it kills you, right? Also, if you feel like you're scared of, I don't know, this place, you've never been here yet, just use the royal jellies, right? Royal jellies are really easy to craft and give you like a surprising amount of HP actually. So let's actually do that real quick because I can't stand too close to the gate. There we go. Act 1 canisters.
Come see what's left of my wares.
You mean like the small barrels? I'm not sure if the barrels can drop legendaries. At least I haven't seen that yet. I mean, I guess even they can, but I haven't seen that yet. I've only seen rocks or stumps drop legendaries so far. Okay, so if you have like raw jellies to spare, right? I have like what, 20 here. You can just craft these, right? Especially this green one here, that gives you like percent HP and energy. Like if you feel like you have not enough HP, just craft that, right? I mean, that's not really needed when you have 16k HP, right? But yeah, just wanted to show you that real quick, that you can do that if you feel like you need more HP. Also, my physical resistance with 14%, but my armor with 2k is kinda low. So like the final boss here will probably hurt me a lot. We'll see. Like the final boss here deals physical and fire damage. Fire damage should be fine, but physical, I don't know about that. Wait, did Wilson's new patch actually come out? Maybe I should play Wilson then. I don't know, maybe Wilson's good on this patch. I mean, before this patch it sure was pretty horrible. I mean, the core of the game does have potential though. I mean, that's what I've been saying for like half a year, I guess, by now, but don't know if they fixed everything that needs to be fixed, and also if they introduced things that like make endgame actually worth playing, because right now, I don't know. I feel like you don't hunt for anything that's like worth hunting for in Wilson. It's just like go I don't even know what it was, like one greater rift deeper basically, and like one dungeon deeper, right? One shard deeper. That's basically all you do. It's kind of like shed around on Grim Dawn after shard 75. I'm sure some people like that, but I don't know. I think it's kind of boring. Wildclaw, this guy here, this poison crab, has actually some pretty scary debuffs. Like he has lots of fumble, like he has a fumble pool. That can be pretty annoying. They buffed all the skills damage. Everything but bleeding edge, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so this guy, right? This shop here. This is actually something that's a little bit interesting. Like you could buy, for example, Deathmark Tud. Don't get debated though, this is only the non-mythical version. So, and you can still buy all of these blueprints, or like the ones that you don't have yet, just to like have them. Because if you have them, then you have like a better chance on getting another blueprint that you haven't bought yet, right? I mean, other than that, Yeah, nothing is honestly like interesting here. Yeah, not sure now. I feel like I don't have enough damage on this character right now. I'm not sure why. What's my cold percent damage? 2 no, it's not that bad. Maybe just... I don't know. Probably need more Shadow Strike support for it to be like actually good or something. I don't know. Also, yeah, one thing to like take care of as well when you're in here in this dungeon is there's a certain kitty here in Ultimate and Elite, or like Ultimate only, I don't know. And she's called the Death Stalker, and she can basically two-hit you if you're like unprepared. But she has like a... and also she like can appear in your face basically because she has like a Shadow Strike ability as well. But you can sometimes see her aura before she actually shows herself. It's like a greyish manticore icon here. And the other rippy thing about her is that she can basically spawn anywhere in this dungeon. I mean, she's only gonna spawn once, but she has like several spawn locations. One, for example, around here as well. And if you get caught by her off guard, then, or like fighting other elites or stuff like that, she can be pretty deadly. Like, you should try to fight her on her own, if possible. Alright, the snake. Now this guy is like the master of fumbles, so if you're like relying heavily on auto attacks, he will like debuff you a lot, and you won't be able to heal because you're like missing attacks, right? But since this character is kinda heavy on Shadow Strike right now, that should be no problem. Because like he cannot like make your Shadow Strike fumble, I believe. At least I hope so, I don't know. Maybe he can actually, I don't know. But I don't think so. Quick question, 200 melee vitality damage, Necromancer and which other class? Yeah, Shaman, 100%. I mean, you could also go Occultist and Shaman instead of Necromancer, yeah, that's true. But if you want Necromancer and something else, then yeah, Shaman. First time you are playing Ancient Growth, you got one shot by her. Thought it was a bug, yeah. Yeah, the kitty is pretty rippy. Oh, there she is actually, right? This, yeah, you just saw her, right? Now she vanished. Yeah, it's gonna like appear in my face again. There she is. Manticore, Death Stalker. Yeah, she can just stalk you to death, basically. So... also these Chanders, right? They might be trash mobs, but whole shot. Almost got killed by her as well. Are you kidding me? Yeah, don't do that, like, don't eat rocks. Like a certain individual. AKA me. And also another good friend who died to rocks several times. Like you, I don't know, you wanna farm the, like, kill the kitty, or like fight the kitty on her own, right? If you fight her next to other elites or shamblers that throw like those rippy rocks and have like rippy melee attacks, like melee slams, yeah, that's not gonna be fun. Ancient Savage Totem, alright. It's gonna be fun as well. It's gonna probably spawn like several trolls with clubs, and if you get hit by all of those as well, then... oh. It will probably die to physical damage. And yeah, the character's weak spot right now is definitely physical damage. No, Chambers as well, Monka. That's the... so read that guy in here, nullify that guy, right? I mean, you could just kite around a bit, right? Shadow Strike, Ring of Steel, 1 or 2 attacks, ABB, come back again. This is why I like Locksmere Daggers, or like playing around Shadow Strike so much, because Spellbreaker is kinda squishy if you don't have like all of your gear yet. And you can just make up with like for that with playstyle, right? You just have to kite around a bit. I know like kiting on a melee character seems kinda weird, but yeah. Just play a little bit hit and run. Yo Toma, how you? Welcome on, welcome on. How are you, man? What's wrong with eating rocks? Not sure, man. I don't think they're that yummy. Yep, no dentists indeed here. Like all of them are probably dead, or I don't know. You don't wanna go to the dentist called John Bourbon, right? He probably just pulls your teeth and that's it. By the way, the Slothzar snake and these two crabs, right, the red one and the green one, also have monster frequents. This one is a Aether Penalty from the snake, like the basilisk. Then you have Vilgazors and Gulgazor's heart from the two Bulbasaurs. This one is Fire Granado and Ring of Steel. I don't know about the Ring of Steel part, but I think it's actually fine for like Fire Granado and Demolitionists, right? And then we have the green heart from Gulgazor, which is like pretty nice when you're playing a Dervish or any other like outside mod blade, which I'm not right now. First ever Nemesis known as Arya yesterday and didn't die. Nice. Congrats, Bujum. Also welcome on, how are you, man? Another hidden spot to check out, like at least once per character, is this one over here, right? This one has like two like special places, as well as this urn, which gives you the totally normal Dawn Shard here in Ultimate. And there's quite the part here though, it's a little bit laggy as well, what the fuck. But yeah, I get some like one-shot chests here as well. Yo, Era had 18, thank you so much for the prime. Welcome on, welcome on. Very much appreciated, and enjoy these emotes, thank you for your support. Next slide please, yeah. Next slide indeed. Hopefully I'm not gonna die on the next slide, right? But yeah, this was a little bit sketchy, like all these flaming zombies being spawned here in the top right. Kinda lagged out my PC a bit. Been watching you and learning a lot from the game. About the game, nice. Let's go to here. Glad you like my content. Welcome, welcome. Crossed into 450 hours played recently. Nice, man. Now you are almost not a rookie anymore. I would say like once you have like around 500 hours into the game and you play like all content at least once, you start to get like a decent idea about how the game works, I would say. I mean, I don't know. I was like a total noob at Grim Dawn for like the first 1000 hours of, I feel like. But also, I probably didn't like watch informative streamers as much as maybe other people did. Like, I just tried to learn everything by myself, which is also fine. But, yeah. Anyway, we're fighting Gargabol right now, right? So this guy's the end boss of this dungeon. And stage 1, which already takes me quite a bit here to kill, actually. I don't have, like, super good damage, as you can tell. It's very easy. Stage 2, however, is super rippy. So he has, like, small plants he spawns, right? Those shoot projectiles, which can hit you and also reduce your resistances. Also, he himself can reduce your resistances, slam you for like tons of physical damage, and also he can spawn volcanoes. And if you stand on top of those volcanoes, you basically get shotgunned, right? So, yeah, don't stand on those volcanoes. And like immediately I procced fucking everything, like, oh well. Oh shit. Okay, we gotta hit and run here a bit, right? We have Shadow Strike maxed out after all, so let's just do that instead. It's gonna spawn his, like every time when he like goes down like that, right, with his arms down, he's gonna like spawn 2 volcanoes actually, not one only. Alright, let's play a little bit. Yeah, physical damage is a problem. So what you can obviously do is also play around Mirror of Erectus, right? So whenever you have that up, you can just use it to kill him, and whenever it's down, you just go back to hit and run, right? And hope that you Frostburn at some point kills him, right? So even though I have lots of HP, I have like basically 0 physical defense, like very bad armor and also very bad physical resistance. And also on top of that, I don't really have anything to reduce his physical damage, right? I don't have any debuff like that. I have Nullification, which does reduce his elemental damage, but honestly, like, his fire damage is kind of fine compared to his physical damage. So against his physical damage, I basically only have the Fumble of Circle of Slaughter, which is like, well, 24% chance to dodge on top of like Shadow Dance, I guess. So it's like, I don't know, I have like a 60% chance to get hit, I guess. But whenever I do get hit, I will take lots of damage because I'm not reducing that damage by anything, right? Except for like my percent absorption from Mavens, I guess, which is like 24%. So I do actually reduce the damage by 24%, but I still almost died, like... Yeah, it's pretty strong physical damage, as you can see. Oh well, still beat him. %of a lot is still a lot, yeah. Like 76% of a lot is still a lot that like hits me indeed. Yeah. Did I get Mystic of the Sea? Yeah, this one is absolute garbage. It's like, I don't know, double energy. It's like, okay, it's spirit prefix and energy suffix, right? That's pretty fucking horrible. Oh well. Corrosive of piercing darknesses, plasma blades, right? The moldier set. Is that how people call it right now, right? Not the balding set, the molding set. Moldier set. Alright, so Gargabol was quite the adventure. Yeah. And I guess I could try to get like more physical resistance nodes. On like devotions, for example, like Sada's God has 3% at least, Lotus has 3%, Stag has 3%, Dried has 4% as well actually. Like physical is an actual problem right now. And I could get rid of Ultos and like take Viper just for the percent element resistance fraction, right? And then try to go like for more defense stuff. I mean, in theory, you could also like try to go for Light of Empyrean. I mean, that's like a physical fire damage devotion, but honestly, it's mostly defense. And also the proc does reduce enemy damage, or even physical, by up to like 24%, I think, on the highest level.
Serve the.
Yo, 40. How you, man? They're on, what are you saying?
Well met.
Welcome back, Matt. Thank you so much for your sub. Oh yeah, you could also use Yugo for like damage reduction, that's true. That's probably something I should try as well. Yeah, like Yugo is really good, that's true. Yugo does have damage reduction, which would work for physic as well. It's like 7 red, 20 green, right? So take out Ultos, then I would need Viper, but I mean that's fine. And then probably not take Chariot or something, right? Maybe take a go back to Revenant. Instead of Elemental Storm, right? Like go Revenant and Yugo, for example. The problem I had with these two is that... I mean, my Sunrise isn't that bad anymore. I mean, it was pretty bad apparently. Some time ago. Maybe it's not that bad now. Okay, let me actually check this out in grimtools real quick, if I can do this change. This seems like a reasonable change with Yugo. It's not reliable for acid builds. Yeah, it is better for acid than for cold, I agree. But I mean, it's still damage reduction, right? Let's see how the devotion map would look like if I took it. So I would get rid of Chariot, obviously. But I could like take Hawk and Raven, right? These also give me greens. Then also get rid of Throne, probably. Wait. Could I also get Lotus for the Fizzras that I was talking about earlier, right? Now what? I would have to get Revenant. That's that probably. I don't necessarily need Jack that badly. It is physical resistance though. I have too many blues. Yeah, I mean I would probably have to get rid of Watcher. Not sure if I like that. What else can you go for greens actually? Giant's Blood. Giant's Blood is so mediocre. On a build like this at least, in my opinion. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But if I do go for this after all, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should be it, right? Oh, actually I have one more. No, I need 6 blues, right? Take Hawk and go back to... Yeah, sorry, 40. I would put up some tunes otherwise. So get rid of these and get like eel instead. This would fix it, right? And also give me a watcher on top. How good is that? Take turtle. Tortoise. Turtle is like not super terrible. It's actually usable on builds sometimes. And this could be one of them. And my cold damage is higher than before even, right? If I compare these two real quick, okay, I lost like 800 HP and that's fine. My cold percent is pretty much the same actually, it's like 20 more. I do have 19% less instead of 13, and I do have a little bit less DA, less stun res. But that's still kind of fun actually. Also 2% less physical resistance as well. Pierce down to 29 instead of 37. Vitality up to 45, that's actually good. The Vitras is pretty good. Poison still the same bad value. Chaos is better. Yeah, I like this actually quite a bit. But I lost like another 2% physicalness on Jacko. Which should be fine if you like reduce enemy damage, but like up to 12. I mean, it's 12% only, it's not like crazy good, but it does something, right? It does help a bit. Like these two nodes will still be so juicy, but how do you get there? Like maybe I don't need Watcher. I mean, Watcher is so good though, like if I don't take Watcher, like I'm just gonna die, right? I'll have bad armor, bad DA. I mean, armor's bad either way. Also bad pierce runs. Do I need 18% elemental res? Not really, right? Not right now at least. The chaos res is nice. And the damage is also kinda nice. But if I take these out, I would need one more purple, right? So if I needed one more... I mean, that's not as better than these though, right? Maybe not. Maybe actually not. What about the weapon damage? 18.9, that was 19.3. I do lose some. And if I do the other way around, I will have actually more. Okay. I mean, I could try those, right? I could also, if I go for Raise the Dead, right? I go for Raise the Dead. Raise the Dead onto, oh yeah, something, right? But that's the Red Spirits then. And now we take these two nodes and we will need greens. I mean, I could get the Plains Lantern, right? I'm using daggers actually. This also has attack speed, crit damage. Oh, ADA. The yellows is kind of like yellows are kind of wasted. Okay, let's just go for Elemental Storm and Quill. Get rid of Chariot. Get Hawk instead of Chariot. And yeah, get Ugol instead of Utos, right? Okay, let's do this. Do I even have that many Aether Crystals? I have 125, okay. I might also have like a Respect Devotion, like a Respect Potion rather, for devotions. There we go. Alright, so what do I need first? I basically need none of the crossroads, right? But I will have to start with, say, Quell, for example, right? Okay, so if I start with Quill, get this one as well, I will basically already have Elemental Storm, will not quit. Take also Raven and Spider. We're not getting that one. We are getting Eel though, right? Eel, Viper. Ghoul, obviously. Ugol. Okay, let's actually complete this guy for now. So I can get Watcher as well. And then for Ugol, I needed some reds, right? Oh yeah, Murmur, obviously. Okay.
Got something you need stashed?
Hey Adios, how you man? Welcome. Game title to grimtools.
I sense turmoil within you.
Game title to grimtools. Indeed.
Stay strong.
Alright, then just retrieve these two nodes and put them here and here, right? That's already it, right? Okay.
Let me clear your mind of regret. What troubles you?
Okay, that was kind of fast.
Stay strong.
My Ugol is gonna be like level 1 though. That kinda sucks. And am I already revered with the Mammoth Resistance? I am, so I could just get an Experience Potion for my devotions, right? I should do that. How am I? I'm doing good. How are you? Are you doing? Just GD stash levels. Lol.
Come see what's left of my wares.
We're not doing that.
See you around.
We are not doing that here. Alright, so I lost like 1k HP. I mean, 15k is still fine, to be honest. And if I reduce physical damage by 12%, it should overall be worth it, right? Dance Gaming retired from Grim Dawn. Wait, how far did you play Grim Dawn? They did play it a fair bit, but like not like enough to get into endgame, I guess. Get into proper endgame. What do I have to do with Bismiel? Oh yeah, I gotta kill Galfang. Galfang is the guy in the rift here, right? So we gotta go to the rift, inside the rift. So I lost some pierce and gained some wit res, right? Maybe I should use like one more poison pierce augment then actually. It reached Act 4. Okay, well that's like not that far. Yeah, Project PT retard as well. Got the hands.
Come see what's left of my wares. See you
Hashtag
around.
that game. Oh wait, I had one. A mustache. Yeah, this seems better balanced now. I mean, Pierce overcap is kinda not necessary to be honest. Like, it's not that important compared to Vitality. So maybe this was actually a mistake to do this. Okay. I mean, feel free, whatever you want to do, Audios. As long as you're not molesting me. Alright, Galfang. I still remember this as the boss that Quinn 69 died to. This will always be the Quinn killer for me. Like, it died to a normal, right? Like, what? How did he even manage to do that?
Well, I believe.
Oh well. I mean, Quinn is... Yeah. So that's the guy who died at level 1. Saboteur. You have two options, right? You can either just level it as a Nightblade, right? Cold melee. And if you do cold melee, then Fast Strike is useless. You just basically play a cold Nightblade and then just use Vindictive Flame and Flame Touch and Blast Shield. And Flashbang, I guess, maybe as well. Like, Flashbang is really good. But the Flashbang doesn't stack with Circle of Slaughter's Fumble, so I mean, you would either use Flashbang or Ring of Steel. So probably early on Ring of Steel and later on Flashbang. Yeah, I had Lokarr as well. No, it wasn't Homestead, it was Steel Cap District, right? I misclicked, I wanted to go to Coven, but yeah, I went to Steel Cap District. Yo Niku, how are you? Welcome, welcome in. How do the other 67% Farta Lightning to CT convert since Kymon's badge gives 33% conversion? That's the question, right? I think there's a amulet that also has Farta Lightning conversion to Gargabol Tempest. I might be wrong. Yeah, Kuba is very code resistant. If you are fighting Kuba Cabra on a Cobalt, you should be careful. And you cannot facing him in his pools, right? Like, he's gonna heal more than you damage him probably. Like, you have to actually kite outside of the pool, like you have to stand outside of the pools against Kuba. At least on a cold build, because he has like ridiculous resistances against cold. Kuba's unbalanced, lol. I mean, you could use global conversion, but global conversion would apply multiplicatively, right? So, if you have, say, 67% global conversion on top, you are actually only going to convert 67% of your remaining 67%. So there would still be around 20% or something that you don't convert. Slammed you and all of your circuit breakers went off. Dang. Yeah, that's not good. And Chupacabra is unbalanced in a way that, like, he is super easy for 90% of builds and very hard for cold builds. So I guess you could say he's unbalanced. I don't know. I kind of like bosses that are like not equally easy for all characters. That keeps the game a little bit more interesting as well, such as like Morgoneth being super hard for lightning builds, right? Like trying to get Morgoneth on a lightning build is gonna be... yeah, it's like super tedious. He has insane lightning rest as well. Everything's unbalanced, right, please. Rito, please. I mean, yeah, if like everything was streamlined, then the game would be boring, to be honest. And also, like, I mean, even though like bosses are harder for certain specific builds, it's not like they're impossible for... like, everything is possible for pretty much every build. It's just that like some builds kill certain bosses faster and some don't, right? Just play retail and kill everything. If you wanna fall asleep while leveling, I mean, you don't have to play retail while leveling, obviously, but... oh yeah, I mean, retail got nerfed a bit, but it's still like one of the strongest damage transfer in the game, obviously. But I think I lost a little bit more attack speed right with the new devotions. But I mean, we're just shadow striking anyway, right? So it should be okay. Alright, time to kill tear gun the map priest, right? Should be like around the corner here. But first we got a ancient Eldritch Totem actually. Ancient totems are always like the highest tier, so they are kind of scary in Ultimate, I would say. And Eldritch totems are also no joke, so you wanna make sure to have a clean arena before you click on the totem, right? Just play double damage builds to make the game harder. I don't know, some people still think that double damage builds are actually better than single target build, like single damage builds, which I shouldn't talk when I'm fighting this guy. I mean, he might seem like a, I don't know, like some random sign boss, but his first phase is snowballs or like ice spikes actually hurt a lot. And they can basically shotgun you as well. And probably my prismatic diamond actually saved me there. I mean, prismatic diamond is so good, like you kinda wanna use it on pretty much every build. That's crazy good. Facebook experts, maybe. And if you're playing bleed, you can kinda do dual damage because like bleed doesn't have conversion and you will have either pierce or physical as a secondary anyway. But you're still like either a bleed build with some physical damage and some pierce damage, or you are a physical or a pierce build with some bleed on top of it. Like you might be using physical and pierce to heal a bit, but your main damage is still bleed. And yeah, the main reason for that is because of resistance reduction being crazy good, and also because it is very taxing to get like multiple minus X% resistance reduction devotions, right? So unless your devotion has like resistance reduction for 2 damage times already, like Arcane Bomb for Lightning and Aether, so I guess like Lightning Aether hybrids could in theory be possible, but like itemization is really bad for those, so I don't know. Which Nemesis slash Superboss are a bitch from Melee Druid with a lightning focus. New to the game, don't be sorry, and wanna push for endgame. So far, Kraval and Mad Queen were the toughest opponent I've encountered, still on normal at the moment, level 62. I wouldn't even bother fighting Nemesis or Superbosses on normal, to be honest. I mean, you can if you want to, but there's like basically no reward, to be honest. Like the reward for the bosses basically start in elite, I would say. Like before elite, I don't know. We don't really get any rewards anyway. But I mean, I guess you're playing like a melee two-handed Promise Strike Druid, right? So on harder difficulties, I guess every single super boss will be a pain in the ass for you. I mean, super boss is always a pain in the ass, except for like some specific builds. I mean, Mog Drogon should be okay, I guess, to kill. And Nemesis monsters, I mean, Nemesis monsters should be doable on like every build. Like every single Nemesis monster should be doable on every single build. Like Nemesis monsters sure are hard, and like a little bit harder than say maybe campaign end bosses. But not really like crazy hard. And if you have like proper gear and like a properly set together build, like put together build, they are actually kinda easy, I would say. At least most of them. Some are still like scary, like Alexander and Gravathul, right? But most others are rather easy. Morgoneth has 130 lightning arrests. That's true. But you should also have like over 100% lightning resistance reduction when you're playing a lightning build, right? So yeah, Kai'San on campaign, I don't know. I think Alexander and Gargabol are harder than Kai'San in campaign, at least. Like in Crucible or like in Shadow Realm, Kai'San's really, really strong. Thanks to the Prime as well. Babaha. Welcome on, welcome on. Thank you for your support and enjoy these emotes as well. I gotta, like, I don't have to go inside those Sanctuary. The most important thing that I had to pick up here in this level though was the Tome of Inatum, right? I got it like over here. We need this for the Tome of Inatum quest, obviously, right? Don't go inside. Yeah, I don't have to go inside. Alright, over here in the desert part of Sunbane Oasis, there is one specific boss that always spawns here. Also there's an arcane mob here, which I might wanna be a little bit careful about. The Scorpion guy, right? Lokarr. I use this guy, or like his MI rather, his monster frequent, on the Dervish that I played, right? On the turn, like in the race. And he has some shred and also can hurt a bit. Don't underestimate him, that is an ultimate. Alright. But yeah, like a Lightning Druid in the endgame, like once you hit endgame, should be certainly able to like basically face tank all the Nemesis monsters. I mean, you should probably like try to dodge Alexander's Meteor if you fight Alexander. I mean, you also absolutely have to like dodge Gargabol's purple projectile balls, right? But other than that, yeah. If you have decent gear, everything should be okay. Like, everything should be doable. Super bosses, however, I mean, Lokarr, Bourbon Clones, and Mogdrogan should also be doable. The other three, Ravager, Kalagadra, and Crate, they will require, like, perfect gear and also perfect piloting, probably, for you to kill them. Like, Lightning Melee Druid is not necessarily the best builds for those super bosses. But I guess it can be done. Not sure. Never tried it with a build like that, to be honest. But I mean, if you're playing softcore, you can always just try and die and try again, I guess. Right? It's fine. But also for like Crucible farming, what people do, like Crucible Gladiator 150 to 170, which is like the thing to do for endgame farming as well as Shadow Realm. 65 and higher. It's also what people do to farm, right? For stuff like that, it should be fine as well. At least like once you have proper endgame, right? Proper endgame gear rather. Lokarr, you've been farming Lokarr. I don't know, I've not tried his items for endgame yet. Maybe they're actually also good for endgame. Like for leveling they are pretty good. Like the weapons are really, really good. But I have no idea if it's actually like good enough for endgame as well. Like it has to compete against, say, Mad Queen's Claw or the full Venom Blade set as well, right? It's kinda hard to beat those two items. Yeah, Grim Dawn has lots of secrets as well, like so many hidden places. It's quite fun as well. It's quite fun to like try to explore everything on your own, and then even when you like thought you have explored everything, you go to like the forums and then you like look up on things that you might have missed, and you probably missed like half of it because there's so much in the game. It's pretty nuts. And it's still being patched. I mean, yeah, there's still gonna be another update. I mean, the only thing we know is that it's gonna be this year. That's literally all we know. I'm hoping for like October maybe, but we'll see. And if they say this year, it's probably gonna be at some point this year, which probably means December, but I don't know. I'm hoping for like October, maybe November. Essence Drinkers, Pulsing Shard, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't know he has actually the rocks that he's throwing around. Essence Drinkers, Pulsing Shard of Celerity, hello cost and speed. That's pretty nice. Wait, doesn't Essence Drinkers give you like Vitality damage? Like it could be good for Vitality, Aether Ray. Not sure if such a thing even is good or playable, but... I mean, I guess it is playable. But probably like converted to Obliteration. Relic skill is like... I mean, offhand skill is probably better, right? Here was it one? Yeah, this is one of the new places. How are you? This is part of the... Like, this is one of the 3 dungeons. Like, one of the 3 small side dungeons that you need to go to gather the 3 seals for Morgoneth to like open the way to the newest roguelike dungeon. Or like, I mean, it's not really that new now. It got released last year in November, I think. I mean, it's newer than the expansion, that's for sure. But, yeah. I'm doing well, man. Thank you for asking. It has percent 8 damage too. I mean, that's because of the base of the item, right? Probably. Or does the Essence Drink graphics also have 8 damage on top? I mean, I guess. Might be. How are you, Rosenwood? Welcome on. Sigil of Consumption on a Pyromancer. Oh, Fire Sigil. I mean, I guess it could work, yeah. I think there should be gear support for that. Not 100% sure though. And usually Pyromancer is actually catered a little bit more towards Chaos than Fire, but... I mean, Fire is like the second best thing you can do in Pyromancer typically, so... I guess it should be possible. And you died in the process of getting there. Whoop. Rip.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Wait, do you not have any characters left in Grim Dawn? Or like only low level ones? I mean, you can go here rather early if you want to play this on normal, I guess. This is not the best road, right?
Iron well spent.
Okay.
Elaine with the material.
So, Basilla.
I hear you've done.
And you're gonna do this quest as well, and the Seer
Trap.
quest as well, okay. Also, if you want like another free dagger, just stand and slam this. I mean, don't die, but... I mean, you literally cannot die when you have like Nomadic Burst and Mirror and Blade Barrier and Pots, right? There we go. Chillheart. Chillheart is a level 94 dagger, which is actually pretty good when you're especially playing a infiltrator, I guess. That's really good for infiltrators. +1 inquisitor as well, or if you're playing a paladin as well, or like a dervish and want to play a cold dervish. I think it's actually best for either paladins or infiltrators though. And it also does convert your lightning and fire damage towards cold damage, like global conversion. So this is like overall a very good dagger. And it is really good for, well, default attacks as well, but it's not that great for Shadow Strike. The dagger, wow. Yeah, either you play Code of Reckoning Dervish or you just play those on an infiltrator. Just like a generic item to use until you get like your GG rolled chest strikes, I would say. Can you stand there forever to farm legendaries? I think you get only one per character. Like you can try this again, but I don't think you get another one. Like you only get one per character actually. So if you want to dual wield these, you have to actually like make 2 characters, and you only get them in ultimate. So yeah, I think that's how it works. Maybe you can actually get 2 though on 1 character. I don't think so though. But I mean, yeah, if I was playing an infiltrator instead of Spellbreaker, I would certainly use it now. Yeah, I'm not, so I'm not gonna use it. That's 1 per char, yeah. Level 100 classes. You mean classless? Probably. I don't know, if I don't die, then it would be easier. Right? Like, I already made one, but I died at like around level, I don't know, 52 or something. And it's super tedious, so I don't know. But I guess I could try again at some point. I will definitely try again after I did do a build for every single class. Oh, Death Whisper leg guards. Those are pretty good. Then again, my Rhyme Frost Solarized leg guards of Amoresal Flurry are really good as well. Like, yeah, like my Solar Pants are just too good, right? Like Death Whisper leggings would actually be a downgrade. Don't need to try anyway, right? What classes are left? Tactician is left. Commando is left. Like, I've never actually played a Commando my entire life. I don't think I've played a Tactician either, actually. At least I cannot remember. What else? What else? I mean, the Vindicator I did is kinda scuffed, so I kinda want to do another Vindicator. Like, the Vindicator died like way too early, right? It died to Locksmere, like what the fuck. I mean, it died because I fucked up, not because the build was like terrible, but I mean, it still doesn't count, right? Also, hey, what else died? Actually, I don't think Shadow of Baroneth is really worth it anymore. Like, Ever since I switched over to Shadow Strike, it's kinda not that great, or like not that necessary in a way. Deceiver is also... I mean, because my Deceiver died at 93, right? Or like 92. Oh yeah, Purifier. Purifier died at 93, and Deceiver died at 92. So Deceiver and Defiler, I mean not Defiler, what am I saying? Purifier and Deceiver. Purifier, Deceiver, Tactician, Commando. Those are left for sure. World Eater Commando, I mean if I would get a World Eater, sure, but I still haven't gotten one. I mean, I would also play a commando around the new shield, like the new Bane Gargoth shield, maybe. That's basically Fire Force with as well, but just with a shield instead. I mean, it might be bad, but if it's bad, at least I can like provide feedback, right? Yeah, World Eater got buffed, like it has physical resistance now, right? It's actually, like it's looking like a really solid weapon now. It already was solid before, but now it's obviously even better. Korvaak, save me. These elites can be really annoying, like they can have bonus elemental and cold resistance on their gear. So if you for some reason feel like you're not dealing any damage to them, it's probably because they are wearing gear that gives them like, I don't know, 100% cold res or even more in total. It's not Sauron's level so bad. Sauron is not that terrible, come on. It's not like great, but it's not like that terrible. I mean, Sauron did get another buff as well, right? Like, got a small Shadow Strike buff, I think. Plus 2 $20 justifiable ends or Nightfall or something, I don't know. I think so. But yeah, it probably needed Fizz-Res as well. If it doesn't have Fizz-Res right now, I think it needs Fizz-Res. Wait, was that the one rip that was like super early in AOM? Oh yeah, like you and Plasma played together and it was like literally the first time you met Kubacabra and you like died instantly or something. Back when Kubacabra was like ridiculously broken. Come on, dude, let's try it. Chupated. Yeah, like, I mean back then Kubacabra was a lot harder than he is now, like he got nerfed a bit actually. He was ridiculously strong back then. Yeah, good times indeed. I mean, I didn't even like play hardcore that much back then. I was kind of a hardcore noob. Still when that happened. Wait, which other combination am I also missing? I don't know. I don't think I'm... Oh yeah, Infiltrator. I'm actually also missing Infiltrator. Like, I did have Infiltrator like, I don't know, 2 years ago. Like, I did play an Infiltrator at some point, but I didn't do like a proper build. So I guess I'm missing an infiltrator. I haven't played Phantasmal Blades, did I? What if I make like a Phantasmal Blades infiltrator? That'd be good. Maybe I should revive my Horn of Gandar. Or like redo my Horn of Gandar / Phantasmal Blades and Blade Trap infiltrator. That was such a nice concept. It's kind of sad that Blade Trap sucks so much. Already did Spite. Oh yeah, true. I did Spite Phantasmal Blades and I did Rancor Phantasmal Blades, I guess, as well. And Rancor is like cooldown Phantasmal Blades, and lots of people I think hate on me actually for playing Phantasmal Blades with Rancor, because people are like, well, you gotta play it melee with Savagery. I'm like, I don't know, Trickster is super squishy, and like, what the fuck? If you play PB, at least you cannot die. Yeah, it's just bonus to entertainment, yeah. It's like bonus to, I don't know, to bragging rights, right? And I guess if you plan on like playing the game for a long time, then you do get more like value out of the game when you're playing hardcore as well. And you do learn some things on hardcore that you, in my opinion, don't really learn on softcore. Such as, don't die. Nah, I mean, to like learn the game, playing software is totally fun. And for, I mean, it's like the better way to learn the game actually, because it's less punishing. Yeah, for example, what Aether Clusters do. I also learned about, for example, Courageous Tincture. Like, I didn't know that Courageous Tincture even exists before I played hardcore. And then like people like Plasma Strike told me, yo, why are you not using Courageous Tinctures? I'm like, wait, what? What is that? But yeah, Courageous Tinctures are actually really good. I'm not using them right now, as you can see. I probably should. Like, they're super cheap and actually pretty decent, like a decent boost for armor and defensive ability, right? And like, they're so cheap, you can just like pop them whenever you're like fighting any boss actually. But yeah, I do forget about them more often than not lately, because either my builds don't have a slot for them, like a slot in the main bar list, and then I would have to like use the second bar, which I guess is possible, but I'm just not really like a second bar player. You almost attack? How you know? Welcome on, welcome on. You've never heard of Courageous Tinctures? Alright, I'm gonna show you. After I die here. Getting clapped by watchers is something you don't want to get hit by, right? Watcher claps hurt quite a bit. Like the initial clap hurts a bit, and then also it applies like a pretty hefty debuff on you, right? So yeah. If possible, don't get clapped. Alright, let me just get to the next portal and then I'm gonna show you the Courageous Tincture. It's like super easy to get as well. It's like super easy, super cheap. It already got nerfed once, but it's still good. Like, not super good, but still good. It's a nectar from the gods. Pretty much. Alright, let me also be efficient with my portal real quick. We're gonna wait like some additional minutes, I'm sorry, like some additional seconds here. I just want to put a portal like next to Dust Totem here. Then go for the Rift Gate, right, the next Rift Gate, and then port back to the portal. And then also open the way to Morgoneth, right. I'm not gonna do the dungeon yet, but I'm just gonna open the way, just to be efficient. Magnus? Wait, who the fuck is Magnus? There's an arcane here, right? If you have a totem spawn like this, you basically have to spot the arcane, right? And if there's an arcane in there, kill the arcane ASAP. If there's a time warp in there, kill the time warp ASAP. If there's a reflective in there, nullify the reflective. Right. Alright. It tastes good. Oh, you mean Morgoneth? Oh yeah, Morgoneth, yeah. Oh, Grand Magus. Yeah, he's like called Grand Magus Morgoneth. That's why you said Magnus, I guess. The great mage, Grand Magus. Yeah, I'm also searching for the way to open towards him. Where the fuck is it here? There it is. Wait, I don't have all the... Oh. Never mind then. I have the second one, I have the third one. Oh, I didn't get the first one. But there you go. Okay, let me just show you the Courageous Tincture then. It's Magus Magnus. Basically, yeah.
Come see what's left of my wares.
The Magus Magnus. Magus Magnus, yeah.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Are any of these useful for me? Aether Ray, Stormbox, Aether Ray, Stormbox, Ascension, Granado. Nope. Elemental to Pierce? No, that would actually be horrible. Okay. Oh, that's a nice offhand actually. This offhand is really good. It has lots of purposes. You can use it for pets, you can use it for like a pseudo Aether Ray build, right? Obliteration basically looks like Aether Ray. But it also has flat RR on it, so like it's pretty interesting. Very nice find. Not for this character obviously, but generally speaking. Alright, so what was I gonna search for? Courageous Tinctures, right? So Courageous Tincture is a tincture that you can buy from the Homestead Quartermaster faction vendor here, right? And you only have to be friendly, right? Like it's super easy to get. This one here. Just buy like, I mean, they cost like nothing, right? Just about like, I don't know, 50 or more. And they give you 60 flat DA and 25% more armor for 18 seconds. So whenever you're like fighting any boss, basically just use those. And you're fine, right? Like, you're not fine, but you will have like a small defensive boost on top. It's pretty good. Alright, that's it one. Enjoy your food. See you around, man. Enjoy your lunch, I guess it is. And this can be helpful, for example, against Father Kymon, right? And it's only DA and armor, right? Like, if you already have good DA and armor and you're taking damage because, well, some other reason, then it won't, like, help you a lot, right? It's not gonna, like, do any miracles for you, but it's nice to have, like, on top. It's certainly nice. It is, like, even better on, like, high armor characters though. Like, 25% armor is lots of armor if you already have, like, high base armor. If you don't, then it's kinda not that crazy, but yeah. I'm gonna rip to Kymon. Just like the Warlock, you mean? Please no. Because I'm gonna like mistime my mirror again against his belly burst, you mean? Well, hopefully not. Okay. Well, I should have used nullification for a second phase, but what am I doing? First phase. And the only kind of scary thing about this guy is like his meteors that drop down, like his rocks that he drops down. Other than that, the messenger boss is rather easy, I would say. He has a pretty nice monster frequent, like he has actually 3 monster frequents. He has 2 different guns, right? This one and another one, which are like okay, I guess. But more interesting is actually his headpiece, like he has a legendary helmet that he can also drop. Yeah, that one's pretty nice. Density of Nemesis and SR. Wait, did he? Wait, did he complain about density of Nemesis and SR? Was that a bad thing? Like, isn't it like fun to kill them? Isn't it fun to kill hard bosses? Like, also like in SR you don't have to kill them. Like, you can, but you don't have to. Oh, sorry. Well, that's super old then. Hey, Fictitious Lord, welcome on, welcome on. Okay. So many, like, juicy legendaries that are all useless for me, right? Actually, I'm lying. Frost Dead Kiras is pretty good. I should probably use those, actually. If I use those, though, I will lose my Stanros again and probably would have to spec back towards Chariot and Throne, right? But this is really good. Also Vit and Bleeders. I would lose Elementals, I would lose basically Fire and Lightning a bit. But I mean, that's still fine. I would also lose some points from Conversion and MOE. But I guess I could find points for that. But yeah, Frosted Kiras is definitely an upgrade. Why did I not see this earlier? What the fuck? Okay, if I use that though, like... I have to go back to Throne at least. And if I use Throne, then the problem is that I kinda have to use Chariot as well. And if I use those two, I will not be able to use Watcher, right? At least not with the setup that I have right now. I could, however, switch back to my former Ulta setup. But then I have like no damage reduction again. Yeah, not sure about that. Honestly, the ideal thing is to get a Off the Abyss roll on one of my weapons, because like Off the Abyss roll has damage reduction on it. Think of trying this game. Welcome on, welcome on. How crucial are the DLCs? I would say the first one is very crucial, and the second one is not crucial, but it's very much worth your money as well. If you like the game, please. It's super good. The first one is... I mean, the base game is already amazing, but to be honest, the first expansion kinda... like, Ashes of My Mouth, the first expansion kinda rounds out the game. Like, the game kind of feels complete with the first expansion, and a little bit incomplete without it. The second one just ends on top of that. It's not like any less amazing, but I mean, the game does feel kinda complete even before Forgotten Gods expansion. And then you also have the Crucible DLC, right? Crucible DLC is... you don't need it, like, it's entirely optional, it's just like another endgame type of farming, I would say. Other than that, it's not doing much for you anyway. And then the remaining things is just like some... I don't know. I think some like skin packs, which are basically just supposed to be there to like support the developers. Like if you're like looking for ways to give them even more money, then you can buy those. So like they're obviously entirely optional as well. But yeah, the first expansion is, I would say, kinda mandatory. I mean, you can also enjoy the game without it. You can like check out the game without it. But the first expansion does add quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, like the base game doesn't really have too much endgame. I mean, what I usually suggest people is that if you are not sure if you should buy the DLCs, like if you don't know if the game is for you yet, just play the base game and like buy the base game and play the base game from Act 1 to Act 4. Just on normal. Like the second you would be able to go to the next difficulty, and you like the game, you want to continue, you should buy the DLCs. At least the first one.
The hour of the witch gods are united.
Because like, if you like the game,
Have you executed?
then DLCs give you like a lot. If you don't like the game, then, well, you didn't lose too much not buying the DLCs, right? But I mean, if you like RPGs that are not as fast as PoE, but like kind of like Diablo 2 or Titan Quest, this game is very much similar to Diablo 2 or Titan Quest. I mean, the closest one is Titan Quest, obviously, because it's literally the Titan Quest engine. It's basically Titan Quest 2.0. It's still like also closer to Diablo 2 than say Diablo 3 or Path of Exile, yeah. Hey Everton, how are you, man? Welcome on, welcome on. Yeah, we gotta... Yeah, we had to go back here to handle this quest. Also, yeah, handing in the messenger quest gave us another attribute point, which we spent into physique here, as you could see. And now we port back to the portal that I have over here, and now I'm gonna be able to fight Dravis, because like Dravis and Urburg are like magically ported here now. And I mean, yeah, TLDR, just kill him. Once he summons his minions, you will have tons of debuffs around you, right? Like his minions have additional resistance reduction as well. Also he has a volcano, which is not as scary as Gargabol's volcano, for example, but
And so he was when Dravis confronted.
it can shotgun as well. So if you have like lower defenses, then you might die to that, which you obviously don't want to. Okay, where do I even put the point though? Maybe into Phantasmal Armor, actually. What's my Petrify? That's pretty bad. Okay. Also, don't forget to pick up his possessions after he sacrifices himself. Like, I've seen lots of people actually miss out on this small chest. I mean, it's pretty small and insignificant, but there is another small side quest attached to this, so you shouldn't miss it. It's like literally free. Also here, he's gonna slap, right? Don't get hit by the slap. Like a charged up slap at least is the one you wanna dodge. I mean, or you just mirror it up, right? And then the super loud music appears for like no reason, but yeah. That's like still probably like the weirdest spot on this expansion. I don't know, it's so weird. But yeah, Rios, welcome on, how are you? Good beginner class. I tried Nicholas with skeletons, but the damage was so bad. I mean, skeletons are good like for the first 20 levels, and then they kinda start to fall off. Soldiers with Force Wave are great. I mean, overall, like beginner classes, good beginner classes are, for example, Vitality Casters, Vitality Conjurer, for example. I have a whole playthrough for that one as well on YouTube. Like, fresh start basically, beginner. Vitality Conjurer there as well. If you're playing softcore and you want more damage on your first character, you can also like play on Nightblade, but Nightblades are... I mean, they are really strong, they have like insane damage, and you can also follow those SSF Spellbreaker series I have on YouTube if you want to play a Nightblade. But they are a little bit squishy and they do need some proper piloting in endgame, but until you reach endgame, or like ultimate difficulty at least, they're gonna be like not that hard to play and have lots of damage. Yeah, Vitality casters basically have dot as well. Or you play Burn, like Burn is pretty good. You can play like a Burn Demolitionist. So like a Sorcerer, for example, is pretty good, Demolitionist and Arcanist together, or Demolitionist and Oathkeeper if you have the expansions. Shieldbreaker is really good as well. Also... what's it called? I mean, totems are not really down to our time, but you can also play totems with Shaman, right? That's not really dot damage playstyle, but it's similar. Right? But if you just want a tank, anything soldier plus X, it's like a good beginner actually. Like Soldier is such a like well-rounded beginner class anyway. Like, you can literally pair it with pretty much everything, and it's gonna be decent. And yeah, if you want your Necromancer to be an actually good character, consider getting rid of skeletons and just all in onto the skill called Ravenous Earth. It's not the most like appealing skill to look at because it literally looks like oh shit, I'm standing on this volcano. Looks like a mouth spitting out shit all the time, right? Advanced class? I mean, there are honestly so many good builds in this game. Like, so many things are viable in this game and so many things can be good if you have the gear for it. That whatever you have the gear for is like the next best, like, advanced class, I would say. I don't know, like, play whatever you want to play, what you want to play, and if you have gear for it as well, then it does make things easier, obviously.
Well met.
I want blue Ari. Hey, Tacha, 88, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Aether colored Ari. Oh, that would be sick, huh? I mean, there's like orange fire Ari. That's I think the only Ari that exists in the game. Apart from the normal acid one. Like, acid vitality one. You guys are talking about Pulsing Shard compared to the Conduit or something, right? No, it kind of depends on the rolls on your Pulsing Shard, I guess, but also depends on the damage chance that you're dealing. Like, for some Aether Ray builds, you kind of have to use the Pulsing Shard. For some, you can also use something else, right? Hey, Demialani, welcome on, welcome on. Hello. Hello and welcome. Alright, one more level, right? Yeah, one more level and then we're gonna fight Father Khan. The sounds these guys make, man. Yeah, like, if you want spreading dots, then, yeah, conjure with, like, Bloody Pox as well. Like, Bloody Pox is literally just spreading around. So, I guess you will like Bloody Pox a lot. It's like an occultist skill, like occultist and shaman is probably like what you were looking for. So basically like a vitality caster, conjurer, yeah. And I mean there are like so many different ways to make it. You can do like what undo meme builds suggested, grasping wines, wild blood conjurer for example. I mean those are like endgame specs that you can like spec into once you have the gear. But yeah, for leveling you can choose grasping wines, bloody pox, devouring swarm is like probably, I mean yeah, you wanna actually, if you wanna like start leveling a conjurer, you should start leveling with shaman, get devouring swarm. Then next you wanna go to occultist, get bloody pox. Then you want grasping vines probably. And then, well, you can either use sigil or totems, like vitality totems, or some other stuff even.
Well,
Kind of depends on the gear that you find then from then on. Yeah, like shaman slash occultist is a conjurer, yeah, that's what you should aim for. And there's also like a target farmable endgame set called the Dark One set that you are basically guaranteed to get, which you can use even before you get the Wild Blood set. Like if you want to play Wild Blood Conjurer in the end, then yeah. Unless, like until you get that set, you can just play Dark One set for example. Also thanks for the follow, Lokarr. How do I like this build so far? Damage is a little bit low actually, but maybe it's because I don't have the proper CDR on Shadow Strike yet. Like it has good burst, and I'm playing it a little bit too much like a standard melee build, which I should not, like I shouldn't face tank that much. Because of that I do feel a little bit squishy sometimes, even though I shouldn't be that squishy. Like I should be just Shadow Striking, like using my abilities once and then like walk away again. And I should also get rid of Baroness Fury probably, because it's not really doing that much for a build like this. But yeah, one of the other reasons that I like why it doesn't feel that good yet is probably because I don't have full Pierce the Cold conversion, right? I have like 25% from this dagger, but like none global, right? I don't have Alchemist rings for example. Don't have Morgoneth set either, so yeah. Damage obviously doesn't seem as good as like a proper endgame build, but like proper endgame gear yet. But I mean, this is solo safe hound, and maybe for that, it's kinda decent. You are a Bayern München fan. Wrecked per league. Lol. Yeah, Ritualist is also amazing. If you prefer to do like more spreading dot thingies, then I would suggest Bloody Pox though. And that is Occultist and not Necromancer, right? I mean, Ill Omen also spreads, I guess, right? And you can do also Necromancer with like Ill Omen. Ill Omen is like kind of a debuff only later though. Okay, anyway. So this guy, right? Father Kymon. He is basically the hardest boss on the campaign. Not because he has like ridiculous HP or something, but rather because he has ridiculous damage. So you don't want to die against this guy. He obviously deals lots of fire damage and physical damage. Against physical, well, I'm kind of fucked, right? I need to like use my cooldowns properly and also use Creator's Tincture, I guess. Other than that, I can also use Royal Jelly to get like some more. What the fuck is this? Why is there an edit in here? what is he doing in here? What the hell? Game? Okay, that was weird. Like this usually doesn't happen. Like I don't know. I've seen this happen like once, I think, as well, but not too often. Okay, let's use Royal Jellies as well, just be safe, right? Let's also use a Flame Drinker ointment to reduce burn duration, even though I already have like crazy overcap on fire. And also don't forget to use clusters if you need to, like clusters are lifesavers as well. What else? What else? What else? I mean, I should be fine, right?
I am sorry, my chosen.
Alright. So he started with Nullification to reduce his fire damage, right? Then once he uses Belly Burst, so this ability here, you should mirror up. And then you try to kill him, maybe Blade Barrier, the second Belly Burst, right? No, that's how you do it. I didn't use Courageous Tincture, oops, I should have used that. Oh well. So yeah, Father Kymon, I mean, I didn't actually explain that to you, right? He has basically...
Centuries. The usurpers dare not even show their faces.
He basically has two scary abilities,
Well met.
apart from his like normal default attacks, which also kind of hurt. Number one is his Belly Burst, like when he opens his belly and has like a projectile burst. Those abilities, like those projectiles, can basically shotgun you and deal lots of damage, so that's why I mirrored the first time he did it, and Blade Barrier the second time he used that. And the other scary ability he has is his jump, but he only jumps if you run away from him, so as long as you face tank him, or like stand very close to him, he's not gonna jump at you. If however you have to run, because otherwise you will die or be like close to death, you will like be ready for his jump. Like if you have to disengage, he will basically jump at you, so you have to like keep running until he actually does the jump. Once he does the jump, he will like stun himself, like he will like root himself a little bit when he like jumps, right? So yeah, just re-engage after his jump. If you get hit by the jump though, yeah, good luck. I mean, he's gonna reduce your DA and resistances by a bit with the jump, I think. I think it's like DA mostly. But like, I don't know, like a crazy amount, like 600 or something, or 500. I don't know, some crazy number. So once you get hit by his jump, be prepared to get crit or just run around until the debuff that you will see at the bottom right fades, right? Is it officially called Belly Burst? I don't know, that's what like everybody calls it, I think. Also Klee1193, thanks for the follow, welcome on, welcome on. Let's start with the Retaliation Warlord. Do you think it's fine for starting? I mean, Warlord is a soldier combination, right, so it's fine. I would not suggest you to level with Retaliation though, because like Retaliation is very slow for leveling, at least in my opinion. For endgame it's totally fine, and like, it's really really strong for endgame actually. But for leveling, I think it's very slow. But if you want to go like very slow rather than sorry, right, and you're playing hardcore, then I mean, I don't want you to like play something faster but squishier instead, right? If you're playing softcore though, like, I don't know, starting out with a Retaliation Warlord and leveling as Retaliation is way too much, like, don't do that. Each one, welcome on, welcome in. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for your support. Welcome back. How are you, man? Yeah, I don't know, man. In my opinion, if you're like playing a Warlord and you just want to level, something like Force Wave with a two-hander or Virus Might is probably just safer. I mean, not safer, but faster and more fun. Like, Retaliation is, I don't know, in my opinion, not super exciting to play.
Little human.
And also kinda only ridiculously good when you have like endgame gear for it. So before that, at least in my opinion, there's like not too much point in playing it. Because other things do the same, like faster and like, with more fun, right? Retaliation is not Resonant Sleeper. And Mr. Arcane Undo in chat is playing literally only retaliation builds, except for maybe like 1 or 2 other builds, so he might be a little bit biased. I mean, I might be biased as well because I don't play too many retaliation builds. I play like 1 or 2. Like two actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it's fun if you like that kind of gameplay, yeah. If you like lazy gameplay, I guess it's fun. But it's still like super slow and tedious for leveling, I feel like. I don't know. Sun is cooking you. Dang, how hot is it for you? It's like really hot here as well today. And on the weekend, like Friday and Saturday, it's probably gonna be like the hottest days of the year or something. So I don't really have good damage against this guy. But if we don't one-shot this guy, at least we can see like all of his phases in like full effect, right? Like, most of your builds are not retaliation, really? I don't know, like most of the builds you showed me were like retaliation. Doom, 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 doom. Alright, whenever he goes into invulnerability, cheat mode, just kill his minions and his conduit, right? What the fuck is he doing? Oh, he's also porting around? Okay. Alright, phase 3 is like the actually scary phase, or like the only phase that's kinda scary. Phase 1 and 2 are kind of a joke, to be honest. Phase 3 has some decent damage. Especially his meteors, like dodge these. That was a bad Blade Barrier actually. I wanted to Blade Barrier before he procs me, but then he procced me and then it was in the barrier. And I got hit by like a meteor almost after I got out of the barrier. Oh well. Yeah, like sometimes Blade Barrier is like you have to be careful how to use it sometimes. Sometimes it can be like actually not that great. But yeah, we did it. Go die. Classic ideas. $86? What the fuck? I have no idea what that is, by the way. That's probably pretty hot. Oh, it's 30. Oh, yeah, okay, it's like the same for me then. The same for me. Yeah. 86 is like literally 30 degrees Celsius, right? They should have added a cooldown between sound effects. Yeah, they definitely should have for Korvaak. Like
his cult has been crushed. We must ensure that none of
Korvaak's doom, 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 doom is kinda, I don't know. Shroud of protection. Screw the shroud. Oh wait, I'm not using a pot anymore. My devotions, no. They're not leveling. At least not as well as they could be.
Put it to good use.
Okay, so what is left to do? Left to do is farming proper gear, which everybody can do whenever they want to, right? I'm not gonna tell you when to do that. I mean, you could like always do Steps of Torment runs for like Alchemist rings, for example, right? That is always a good thing to do. But I also wanna do the Morgoneth dungeon, right? Morgoneth dungeon is gonna be quite scary though,
Come see what's left of my
actually.
wares. Put it to good use.
So let's use another XP pot here for my devotions. Also Shadow Realm, right? Shadow Realm is also scary, actually.
Greeting.
Yeah, I will do Shadow Realm on normal first on this character,
heard
just like I did
we've
it on
spotted
my...
a small
what's it called? The Dirge and also the Conjurer, right? So Riggs this guy, right? Gives you like another free legendary basically after you... Well, that's a good item actually. Like, defensively at least, but Elena's necklace is also really good as well. But Elena's necklace lost, actually on the last hotfix, it lost the like code resistance reduction to Weight of Shadow, right? It doesn't have that anymore. Lokarr, SR50 and Morgoneth, yeah. And also Bourbon clones, I guess. But yeah, Riggs, after you defeat Korvaak, you get a free legendary from this guy, and then he also gives you another quest. Which is like basically the quest for the Morgoneth dungeon, right? Also... I gotta recover a Heretic from the chosen deserters, okay. And let's report back to Anorak as well. There we go. I actually had to disable the music on the Korvaak dungeon because for some reason, that music is like DMCAing me and like all the other Grim Dawn music is not. That's so weird. Okay, the first seal of Morgoneth is the one that I'm still missing, right? And also Kymon's Deserters. Kymon's Deserters are like in Sunbane Oasis, right? I also get a free skeleton key, that's true. So Kymon Deserters are always like over here, right? There they are. You can choose to either kill them or not kill them. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if you kill them or not. I have no idea actually. And then also we need to get the first seal of Morgoneth, which I actually missed earlier. The second one we got over here, right? And the Corvin Sands Rift, and then over here. I think I did this like at some earlier episode. You just gotta find the second seal here. Third seal is what we got inside the Howling Chasm, right? If you guys paid attention there, I did like a small hidden side dungeon where I got the third seal, and the first seal actually is over here in the Maw of Enough. So we're gonna get it over here. Why the fuck are there 4 Carmax notes? Game please. It's like literally the same note, right? What the heck's happening here? What the fuck? It's licensed by Skew Sound. Like the guys who made the music for Grim Dawn. But apparently like all of their tracks are fine for YouTube. Or like they are, I don't know, fine with like people posting Grim Dawn gameplay videos with their music in the background. For basically all of their music except for the music from like the Tomb of Korvaak. Whatever it's called, like Tomb of the Eldritch Sun, right? Yeah, I don't know. No idea why, that's kinda weird. 35 degrees Celsius here, holy shit. Right, how hot is it for me here? It's not that hot in my room, but yeah, outside it's like 30 degrees as well. Like 29, 30 right now. It's gonna be 33 as well on Saturday. When the PvP tournament's gonna happen. I mean, at least it's kinda in the evening for me, so... Like at 7 o'clock it will start to become like a little bit colder at least. How are you, Realm? Welcome on, welcome on. 26 here. You're from Britain, right? I think so. I mean, hot and sweaty, but other than that, good. I mean, at least you have AC in Serbia, right? Like in Germany, I don't know. Unless you're like a rich fuckboy, then you don't have AC. You don't have it? Oh, never mind. I mean, you're gonna be like Vitality and Bleed for the most part while leveling. And then for like end game or like for mid to end game, you wanna focus more on Vitality. Like, I mean, you wanna focus on Vitality basically all the time, but bleed damage will be there, will be present as well for like a long time. And also for end game it will be present, but for like end game, basically 99% of your damage will be Vitality. Like Vitality and Vitality Decay. Like Vitality Decay is basically Vitality damage over time. Relatively cool on taxes, only 32. Relatively. Wait, didn't you guys have like a hurricane lately? Like some days ago or something? This is the boss that we gotta kill here. Goroblix the Digested. Alright. He actually does serve quite a bit for like a scarab like this. And yeah, he will drop the first seed of Morgoneth, as you can see. I mean, it is advised to like pull him outside of like all these like worms though, because like if you fight him inside all the worms and like they die, you're standing like inside of all this poison, which, well, it doesn't hurt that much, I guess, but yeah, it can still be annoying. Alright, let's go back to this quest real quick. I wasn't in your area. Alright. Guess you got lucky though. Guess you didn't get hit, right? Just don't get hit. Even applies the hurricanes, right? Lol.
Have you tracked use?
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Corbin's Swiftness. This is another movement ability we got. Wait, this actually reduces damage, right? Maybe I wanna use those instead of U-Goals, right? But it's a leap, right? It's a leap and not a... Huh. It's pretty juicy. Not sure if I... Like leaps are... They are fine, but not as good as teleports. And I like leaps on like two-handers, because then at least the leap deals some decent damage, but like on a one-hander, like dual wield, they don't even deal that much damage. Like they don't scale with both weapons, they only will use one weapon, so it's like not that good damage actually.
Keep an eye out.
Okay, anyway, let's do the Morgoneth quest as well. And also, we got this Mother's Gift, right? The pendant that we got from Uriburg. Well, if you have already done Act 6... Well, no. I haven't done Lokarr quest line yet, did I? Yeah, we'll just get to this later. Let's do Morgoneth for now. Wait, I'm so prepared, dude. When I said I want to be like efficient and open the way first, I didn't have the... yeah, I didn't have the... No, never mind. I didn't have the 3 seals, like I couldn't open it anyway. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, leaps are fine, like, I mean, leaps are not as good as teleports, but leaps are fine. I like a leap with damage reduction on it. Might be good. Don't know which class for solo Sephant. I mean, a guy like you could be like doing any class for solo Sephant, right? I guess. Whatever it's fun for you, right? Retaliation is done. Cup. I mean, yeah, something that's target farmable. But to be honest, like if you know the game well enough, you can target farm anything on any class, right? Like, or I mean, there's always gonna be something that you can target farm on any class, right? Like, there's so many monster frequencies on the game now, especially with the new ones that got added as well. You can like literally play every single class I found, and it's gonna be decent somehow. Naturum, thanks for the sub. Welcome on, welcome on. Very much appreciate it. Welcome on, how are you, man? Thank you for your support and enjoy these emotes. Saying Twitch emotes IRL, haha. I just said another one. Haha. And you can do like Voldrux, Crusher, Cadence Water, for example. Like, even that can work. Or like Battle Mage with the new, what's it called? The new item from Krieg. I mean, not Krieg. Lucius, right? Pretty cool. Could also do... I don't know. Of course, savagery, nope. Yeah. I guess for leveling you don't need it. Dude, I have no idea how like Mike's Battle Mage deals like so little damage, dude. Like the item has to be good. Like he even has Krieg set. Like I don't understand. I mean, when he switched over to Spear Devotion, it already was a little bit better. But like before he switched over to Spear Devotion, he had like 2000 OA and or like 2.1k OA at level like 97 or something. Basically 0 DPS, like that's so scuffed. Pretty funny though. I didn't see the roll on his item though, like on his weapon. Maybe the roll was actually not that good, right? Oh dear. Cadence or Blade Arc? I think he started with Cadence and then switched over to Blade Arc right now. Like he's playing Blade Arc right now. I guess in theory you can like use both on like with the weapon, right? It has attack speed, so both Cadence and Blade Arc scale with attack speed, so you could use either. Whichever you prefer to use, right? Hold the shot. What is this damage? Okay. I might want to actually get like a Frozen Heart on my rings here for this dungeon. For the petrification resistance, right? Petrify resistance. Because I only have 38% and that's, well... It's not horrible, but it can also be better. Also, I kind of want to use this item before I go here as well. My stun res will take like a big hit there. Okay, I gotta go back to grimtools again, just shortly, to check out some things here. Like I will have to probably respec devotions a bit again. And maybe I will use the leap actually. Not sure, like... Or I just switch over to Seed of Mites now. Like, I don't need the Shard of Burnout actually, it's not doing too much. Okay, so I have a Frost Dead Curious, right? That's what I have. That's the item I want to use. Frost. Is it mythical? I guess it is. There it is, okay. Okay, so obviously, because I double clicked, I have to either search it again or reapply my components and augments, and I'd rather just search it again. There we go. Okay, so Frosted Curious, and then I use like a Frozen Heart here. And now I have like no stun rest, right? 0. And that's obviously bad, so we will have to cater to our stun rests again, and catering to stun rests means that I will have to get thrown. Getting thrown means I either have to go back to Ultos, like basically what I had before, or I will have to get rid of Watcher. Just don't get petrified. I know, right? Just don't get petrified. Sorry. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Right, I can still just use this, right? So I'm taking Light instead of Quill, like Throne and Scholar's Light instead of Quill, and remove these 2 points in Ruin's Crown. Which means I will lose like 25 elemental damage, 60% Frostburn damage. That does hurt a bit, but... Oh, never mind, I actually don't lose any elemental damage, but I do lose the like 60% Frostburn damage, right? Wait, how did I do this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points, right? 7 points, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay, makes sense. I lost some HP again because of the node in... Oh yeah, I also lost like, what is this, 100% cold? No, 50 cold, 50 frostburn. And I still have bad stun rest actually. I mean, I guess I need to get Frostburn on, stun rest on like another piece of gear. Like I just need it on, I don't know, shoulders, like when the affix says right of shoulders or metal. Yeah. Guess I'm not doing the change then. I'm only gonna do the Frozen Heart here and that's it. Okay. Let's do the Frozen Heart real quick.
Come see what's left of my wares. See you around.
Do I have one in my inventory actually? Yes, okay. Can you go Roombound to Paws and Rings? I mean, Roombound to Paws would be good, obviously. But since I did this like semi-scuffed reset where like didn't really reset blueprints, but I also don't want to use blueprints I've found on other characters, I'm just not gonna use it, right? Like I'm not gonna craft Roombound to Pass and try to get along without like using components like that. But yeah, if you have Runebound Topaz available to you, then you can use Runebound Topaz for stun rest as well, right? It's actually really good. It's a good point. Like you just go like double Runebound Topaz for stun rest as well. Or bloody crystals for bleed rest. I mean, yeah. Actually, in this case, if I switch around the chest, I think I actually like Runebound Topaz more because of the stun rest. Use bloody crystals because they are better. I mean, the Runebound Topaz has stun rest now. So I agree that most of the time still bloody crystals are better. But Runebound Topaz have stun rest now, so Runebound Topaz are back in the game, yeah. Yeah, maybe you should read patch notes. There's huge rhines, and I pressed that huge boss to spawn never seen before. That is like... That was like the shrines got introduced in patch 1.1.6. So like in March or February this year. I mean, bloody crystals also have armor. Like flat armor. And on some characters you do need the bleed rest actually. Yeah, it's like mostly for flat armor actually. Like the flat armor is more important than the bleed rest. On like most characters at least. Because bleed rest is like really easy to get on, not all, but most characters. Yeah. All the shit with like the claps. Preserver claps. Why would I reach patch note when I can watch a 3-hour video by my favorite streamer? And yeah, if you have the time, then feel free to. Sino? You mean like a 3-hour patch notes commentary by Sino? Yeah. I actually don't know like whose patch notes and analysis are longer, mine's or Sino's. Like Sino does like super long ones as well. Mike, like, I mean, Mike doesn't even read patch notes, dude. Like, he just skims them and then does like a TLDR. I mean, he does read like most of it, I guess, but not everything. And Doom Gods. Wait, does the Doom God also do patch analysis? I didn't know that actually. Oh, he used to? Okay, interesting. Mike can't read. He can read if he wants to. Yeah, the last big thing I saw from a Doom God was still the like the item update threads he did, right? Like the feedback threads for all the different like types of items. Mostly weapons though. Like he did a very good job with those, and then after that he kinda went back to the shadows. And he's probably like, I don't know, playing other games, right? Or having a life. Alright, what do I have here? I'm marked, right? Marked means I have minus 100 DA, but actually more damage. And also more elemental and burn and frostburn damage. Which, actually, in this case, on this character, I don't mind being marked at all. Like, marked is pretty good, actually. Like, the DA, I mean, it's still fine. Like, I'm an iPad, right? I have Veil of Shadow, OA debuff as well, so... My DA should still be like high enough to not keep threat. And if needed, I can still use like a Courageous Tincture on top of it. I didn't know these guys can smack that hard. What the fuck? What is this? The Whale of Shadow? Yeah. Did I just Shadow Strike on a maggot and that maggot like just died? Like suicided? And then my Shadow Strike got cancelled because of that? What the fuck? The session is like one of the weirdest sessions ever. Like, Father Kymon had an elite in his place. We found 4 Carmax nodes. Maggots randomly suicide. What the fuck is wrong here? Whoops. Alright, so the Magi's. The Magi's are pretty scary, especially when you have Zethras in here, right? Zethras, this guy that I'm fighting right now, he deals lots of physical damage. Also, he throws rocks from the skies. And if you get hit by rocks, I mean, rocks are always scary in Grundle. Rocks deal lots of physical damage and hurt a lot. Also, once the Magi's like raise their hands like this, it's basically like this tells you that they are about to do like a 360 like debuff around themselves, and if you get hit by that, you will have like massively shred resistances, including physical, and you don't want to get your physical resistance shred when there's Zethras in here, right? So this is the blue aura, right? He did it. Let's go here. The other guy did it as well. He should be dead. I mean, you are an Arcanist, right, so if you are getting hit by that, you can just nullify yourself, right? You notice like a small blue debuff icon here. The second I got that one, I nullified myself to get rid of it again, and then I have like, well, good resistances again, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to spec into Occultist at level 10 if you don't have to choose a secondary class at level 10. But in the case of Shaun Occultist, I guess you can safely choose Occultist at level 10, yeah. And I try to aim for Bloody Pox, or rather Wasting, like the second node, like that, in the Bloody Pox tree. Also, what the fuck is this? I'm getting manhandled by a Watcher and a Sign of Famine, or a Sign of Hunger rather. Dude, these guys hurt quite a bit. The fuck, dude. Okay. Frost Shard Crown. No, that's not good. Any build guide? I mean, check out my... Yeah, check out Beginner Solo Self-Found Leveling playlist. Like GD SSF Beginner Leveling playlist. Check out that one. And then you will find basically like the Occultist videos right away there. Then you can also go to... I don't know, there's like a Conjurer, like basically a written guide that is very similar to my video guide by Neri as well. Like in my videos I have, like in the description you will find grimtools links for like every, I don't know, 10 levels or something like that. So you can use those alongside my video to level. Or if you prefer a written guide, then you will have to search the guides by Neri. The one guide by Neri. Like Neri's beginner builds. I guess it's somewhere in there maybe as well. Also, Davidson, thanks for the follow. Welcome on, welcome on. So yeah, these Signs of Hunger I've learned actually hurt a lot. So maybe let's try to mirror up against them a bit. Fuck, how is he not down? Oh, there's another one. Another one incoming. And I mean, you want to kill all of these Signs of Hunger actually, because the Signs of Hunger drop Morgoneth boots and pants. And both the pants and the boots are pretty nice for Shadow Strike builds as well. So I might want to use those. But yeah, they drop from these guys and you gotta kill them to get them. So basically each Sign of Hunger that you find you wanna kill. Even though they are a little bit scary sometimes actually. But yeah, you should always kill all of them. Yeah, Blade Arc leveling is solid as well now, actually. They have damage reduction procs, yeah, true. Holy shit, how much have you planned, man? I feel like Bamse and Adric did like, I don't know how many runs. I think Adric is gonna like crush me in the PvP tournament. Like, I haven't prepared at all, basically. Yeah, they have some secret strats. Yeah, like they have secret like leveling strats where they like go for leveling, etc. or stuff like that. I don't know. There's hidden PvP scaling that is nowhere to be found. What? What do I mean hidden PvP scaling? Yeah, a secret build. Like this time for real though, like literally secret builds. So yeah, this place here is basically the death room of this dungeon, and it's a little bit scary because you can just rush for the chest and like fight the monsters that spawn here alongside these Signs of Famine that spawn at the edges here, or you can just take it a little bit slower and kill the Signs of Famine first, which is what I'm doing right now, just to be safe, right? Because yeah, I mean these guys inside of like 10 other elites might be a little bit scary, right? Okay, kill at least one of them, the other one's gonna spawn soon, TM, right? There he is. So now I wanna maybe clear the elites of this wave. Don't kill the others. Like, don't kill the others from the wave, like the remaining enemies from this wave. Holy shit, I'm petrified. What is that? Yeah. Okay, who do we kill here? We kill this elite, right? And Ghoul has been procced. We are gonna fight. Okay. Well, I could have played that smoother for sure. There's also another wave, what the fuck? Also an arcane in here. Okay. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, petrification, dude. Okay, arcane did his projectile, right? Fuck the Watchers, dude. What is this? Oh my god. The Watcher claps and petrification and their physical damage. Dude. Watchers are scary. Yeah. And yeah, this room is overall like pretty much a death room. If you aren't careful enough. You're a circle, how are you, man? Welcome on, welcome on. Yeah, like some stuff actually doesn't properly work, like maybe Viper doesn't work or something, I don't know. So, okay, like what Nine Bells told me is that apparently DA and OA shred doesn't properly work. Like, say if you're using Blackwater Cocktail, which reduces like OA by 150 or something, right? It will actually only reduce the player's OA by like 50 and not 150. Also, I think resistance reduction does work. At least like minus X% resistance reduction does work. But maybe not like the percent reduced or like flat doesn't work or something like that, right? I don't know. I don't really know the mechanics that well myself. Like, the people on Nine Bells' Discord actually know them better than me, at least for PvP, I would say. But yeah, I guess you just don't play around like OA or DA shred abilities, right? Or if you do, then not for the OA or DA shred, right? Just use it for something else. For example, Flashbang is probably kind of bad, actually. I mean, Flashbang should still fumble though, right? Like, fumble and impaired aim should still work, I guess. Not sure. The minus percent work properly? Alright. Okay, so, this shop here, right? This shop can sell you conduits as well as purple mats. If you don't have all the conduits yet, buy the conduits here. I mean, if you're playing this as a like first character, you obviously won't have them yet. And you should probably buy all of them that you can get here. So make sure to always have at least 300k iron belts whenever you go in here, because then you can buy 2 blueprints. Because the shop can basically sell you between 0 and 2. I will only buy the ones that are actually useful for me here on this character now. I mean, but you should buy all of them, because like blueprints are shared globally, account-wide, so yeah. I will only buy the ones for Alchemist or Nightblade though if I get them. Okay, so the stupid thing about this dungeon is that like all these watchers, or like also all other, like many other enemies, have these like purple projectiles, right? And the small purple balls can petrify, and they can petrify for quite a long time. And if you have bad petrification resistance, which fortunately I actually increased to 59%, I had like 38 before, right? I feel like getting petrified is one of the things that can just rip you on this dungeon like the most. Oh, we got the leg plates actually. Okay, this is great. So you do want to make sure to have good petrification resistance in this dungeon. And for that, feel free to use Frozen Hearts, for example, right? So, wait, where the fuck is Morgoneth pants? Just got them, right? Oh yeah, here. Yeah, these are basically Shadow Strike pants, right? They have cold damage, they have +2 Nightfall. They're pretty good. Also, they have damage reduction on their proc, which is something that otherwise I would only get through Ugol Devotion. But, I mean, the pants that I still have right now are crazy good, right? Yeah, I would probably switch over to these later, if I get like more pieces. Reign of Terror 1. I don't know, like how long does it take to like play through Reign of Terror? I do want to play it at some point. I'm just not sure if I can play like before my Spellbreaker or after. I don't want to find two of these guys at the same time, like... That's kind of scary. Like, one of them can, like, hit me for 7k or something like that, right? So two of them could basically, like, two-shot me, almost. I mean, not quite, because I do have some defensive procs, but... Yeah, still. It's quite slow and boring in the beginning, but then it's faster and more fun. Alright. Depends on the build. Alright. Is it still the case that like the Diablo classes are like way too strong compared to Grim Dawn classes, and basically just play Sork, like Diablo 2 Sork and something else, and you're like, you've already beaten the game? I mean, I guess the game is designed to pick like maybe one Grim Dawn and one Diablo 2 class. I'm not sure. Alright, Morgoneth. So this is the end boss of this dungeon, right? So... Also, can he like stop? Oh wait, he already spawned his mobs, right? Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, he's already... Oh, never mind. Okay, so Morgoneth does have some debuffs as well, which you should cleanse with your, well, modification, right? Also, he has an enrage, like at... Not exactly sure when, but... Oh shit, my ghoul already procced earlier or what? Wait, Wait, I had ghoul up, but I didn't heal. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Did you like reduce my damage by that much? I mean, total damage reduction 42% is pretty big. Gonna lie. He also has a jump like Father Kymon, which you might wanna not get hit by as well. That was the worst blade theory ever. Come on, do your jump. There we go. It's also not the best mirror, actually. I think I need to like cut some of his shades first. Like, maybe not. Yeah, doing this was like a low wear damage build, not like a solo self font character is. Kinda annoying because of all his projectiles, it's like. I'm kinda not good at fighting him when he has like so much stuff around. What is this? Alright, he used his jump, right? Let's cleanse ourselves from debuffs again. He does spin to win again though. Like 84 total damage reduction as well. Yeah, this guy's so annoying, man. I mean, you gotta like Shadow Strike on him every now and then, and other than that, just... yeah. Well, that was kind of a messy fight, not gonna lie. It was really messy as well, because I like started talking about Morgoneth when I was already inside, and then he like already started spawning his ghosts, right? He shouldn't do that. You should just go straight away for him and try to put him down to like as much as possible before he like starts spawning his ghosts
Well
as well as
met.
his what's it called again? Starts using his damage debuff, right? Are any of these good? Yo, X Flagner, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Still faster than Lightning Druids. That's true. That is true indeed. I mean, it's still faster than basically any Lightning build that isn't like perfectly min-maxed. Have I done Gargabol yet? Yeah, I have. But yeah, his second phase obviously hurts as well, quite a bit. And Breaker right now, my Breaker is a little bit squished, right? It has like kinda low armor, very low phys res as well. So it was basically a kiting fight as well, like just hit and run with Shadow Strike and that's it. Yeah, that's a pretty good conversion roll, right? I mean, I'm not gonna use it for this character, but it's pretty good overall though. Okay. Do I even do something else on this episode?
Iron well spent.
We've basically done...
No question.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get another legendary here, right? From Riggs for completing those quests. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Well, another belt I can't use. Alright, nice.
Welcome back, my friend.
And now, after you've done that quest, you have the option to talk to him again and talk to him about associates, right? And he basically has like a bunch of mercenaries called associates that he summons across Cairn, like they can basically spawn anywhere. And they can... I mean, they will only be like seen as elites on the map, but they actually hurt a lot. Like, they hurt more than regular elites. They're kinda as hard as like a nemesis, because they always like group together like 2 to 3 people. And they can hurt a lot. Like, they can be pretty scary.
Got something you need stashed?
But you can, I mean, if you don't want to fight them, you can always turn them off by like going back to Riggs and tell him that you like don't want to get, what's it called? Don't want to get hunted down by his associates anymore. So you can like toggle them on and off whenever you want to. Just put items that I'm never gonna use like over here. At least not on this character. Into my shared stash. Alright. The items that I might use are these, right? Also, I got the mythical Undying Oath, which is a really good metal as well for like cold nightblades, as you can see. But is it better than my Igor's metal? That's like the real question, right? Not sure, probably not. The Riggs guys only spawn in FG area? And I mean, that might be actually true, yeah. I'm not 100% sure whether they actually can spawn. It might be only in FG
Got
areas,
something
that's
you
true.
need stashed?
That can be perfectly true, yeah. That might be actually correct, yeah. Okay, I guess I can sell some pots.
See anything you like?
I don't need this money, right?
Iron well spent.
Yeah, Morpheus, how are you, man? Welcome on, welcome on. They do only spawn on FG? Okay. Mage Lord Bounds. Yeah, Mage Lord Bounds are pretty rare rings. Like, these blue rings, right? Mage Lord Bounds. They are really good. They're like really, really good blue rings, actually. This is Aether Stone Seal, though. That's not a Mage Lord Bound. But yeah, they're really good for Aether meta builds, especially. Really, really nice. Basically the same as legendaries, even though they're only blue. So yeah, don't get fooled by colors. Do like one last thing here for this episode. Let's try to actually kill Lokarr, right? Might be really rippy as well. But we'll see. It should be possible, I think. I mean, we killed Morgoneth, and Morgoneth is arguably like just as hard or even harder than Lokarr. Oh wait, I already opened the way, right? So yeah, if you want to know how to open this portal, to like open the way to Lokarr, I guess you can either check out when I did it on my earlier episodes, or you check out a guide on the forum, right? I need to grab like a blaze heart though. I mean, not the blaze heart, but the mythical storm heart, right? This one. I need to grab that sword and also I have to go to Devil's Crossing here. You never made Nom Spaghetti. And go like very close to this like giant here, right? Then you get Sardinia's Memento. If you have already gotten this one earlier and you've sold it, I have bad news for you. You can't get another one unless you use like another character, right? But yeah, if you have gotten this one and you don't want to do the local questline yet, put it in your stash, don't sell it, keep it safe. Because you will need this to open the way, like the next portal actually. Like we opened the first portal with like a blue zombie, right? 1 or 2 episodes ago. And now if we go in here, there's gonna be another guy here that we can talk to, and we'll open another like portal for us. But only if we have the mythical Stormheart, as well as Sardina's Memento in my stash, like in the stash. Wake Duck, thanks for the sub and follow, very much appreciated. Welcome and welcome.
Well met.
Thank you so much for your prime. Enjoy these emotes, and yeah, thank you for your support. Welcome on, welcome on. Also Falkner with a sub as well. Welcome on, welcome on. Thanks for the prime. Thank you guys. Very much appreciated. So, once you are inside this room here, right? Once you have given the ghost the gifts and you are inside the Sanction of the Chosen, then you will see a ruined shrine here, which will need a skeleton key. This was actually kind of expensive, but this shrine has like a 100% chance to give you a legendary, so it's kind of worth it. Sometimes you can get 2, as you can see. And then you go behind this door, and then you will like go to a secret dungeon here, which has lots of like ice, fire and lightning traps, and the ice traps are really annoying. So like you want to have 80% freeze resistance against these. If you don't have that on your character, then you should use Hoarfrost ointments. They give you like 66% freeze rest, they're like really easy to craft as well from any smith, and yeah, you should use those. Also, if you want to farm for the Darkmoon set, this is also the place where you farm for the Darkmoon set. There are like 4 Rift-claimed Tyrians in here, in this place, and each one drops like 1 piece of the Darkmoon set. This is one of them. Scarier than the Rift-claimed Aterians though are definitely the traps that are in here, and also like the oppressors that like reduce your max HP as well with their auras and stuff like that. Yeah, this freezing trap over here. No, you don't want to stay too close to it. Let's move on a bit. We're actually at 2 already, what the fuck? they are like super annoying. There's another one, are you kidding me? Why did it only spawn like freezing traps? And then, now you have two options, right? You can either go over here to this place where you will like fight Lokarr, or you can like go to the end of the dungeon and well, check out Devil's Crossing, how it would look like in an alternative reality when the Ethereals won the war, I guess you could say. And also there's the fourth Rift-claimed Tyrant, right? We've only fought 3 so far. He's like at the very end here as well. Yeah, I think I have enough freeze restaurant, plus more than 61%. I mean, Spellbreaker as a mastery already has like insane freeze rest, and then I guess I have some freeze rest gear on top. Alright, that's Ethereum number 4, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can like check out those plays here if you want to. Don't have to though. There's like not really anything just here except for death. Yo, 9 pounds, how are you, man? You gotta go for the burps. Well, that's the cruel life of a sellout, right? Sometimes you gotta play what you don't want to. Yeah, how are you, man? Welcome, man. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, traps are scary in this place, man. Like, don't look at chat when you're in here. Oh, you went to your water therapy again? Nice. Sounds good. Alright, you kill the root of all evil, and then you proceed to the actual root of all evil, right? Now, Lokarr, I mean, I fucked up because I don't have many pots with me, right? What am I doing? I might have to exit out here, actually. Especially because I have, like, lower HP Mutator Afflicted. So this guy has mostly fire and physical damage, also some lightning damage. Root of Haribo. And you usually want to like pot up everything you can against this guy. Especially when you don't have like a properly min-max character like this one. This is kind of scuffed, right? So, yeah. You wanna get like stuff for fire rest and burn reduction, lightning rest and electricity reduction maybe. Royal jellies, maybe even Actan Salt on top. Also, what's it called? Elixir of the Drangul. It's a really good potion as well that gives you like defensive and offensive ability. But I guess we have to YOLO this guy a bit, so it's gonna be a little bit kiting around. The best defensive skill against Lokarr, like the best defense against Lokarr, is actually flat absorption. Too bad that Spellbreaker does not have flat absorption. So it only has percent absorption, which is also not bad. But we'll have to play around a bit, like defensive cooldowns here, but like mirror or dramatic burst as well. Also my defensive cooldowns like ghoul. And I mean, I have flat absorption on prismatic diamond, I guess. But yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, I mean, you can play risk like this, but you don't want to, right? At least I don't want to. Let's use nullification on him. It does help quite a bit actually, against his fire damage at least. Also he has stuns, so like if you have bad stun res, you might also die because of stun res, like bad stun res. What are these bourbon clones doing? They aren't supposed to be here, that's not a bourbon clone fight. Alright, and there we go, one piece of the 4 of the Lokarr set. So he has like a chance to, like a 100% chance to drop one of the 4 pieces. But like on average you will obviously have to kill him more often than 4 times. Just make sure to not die against him, like it's obviously not super easy on a build like this, but it is definitely possible, even with like scuffed gear as you can see. Just play around, I mean if you play around Shadow Strike like I do right now, then just play the kiting game a little bit. Kodos the Alien, thank you so much for the Prime, very much appreciated. Welcome on, welcome on. Thank you so much for your support and enjoy these emotes as well. Also yeah, I mean Lokarr set is a level 1 4-piece legendary set as you can see. It's basically like the leveling set. And yeah, like you, or like farming one of these, like a full set of these and putting it to your shared stash so that you don't lose it if you die on hardcore is like one of the big stepping stones I would say for like your account if you're like a new player into the game, right? So farming, like being able to kill this boss is like, how to say that, like a good thing, right? It's like you should be able to kill this boss, right? Because once you have the set, and also XD potions, I mean XP potions, not XD potions, right? These from the Act 6, then you can like level with like 140% bonus experience, so yeah, like a lot faster than normally. Also another thing that you can use for leveling that I also didn't show you guys yet here, I think, at least not on this run, is if you talk to Mar over here, right, he has like a quest that requires you to acquire a merit, and these merits can be put into your shared stash as well, and they allow you to like skip difficulties. If you buy these on Ultimate, it will unlock Ultimate difficulty on a character, like on the next character, right? And also like unlock all the Rift Gates on Normal and Elite, and also all the attribute and skill rewards from quests on Normal and Elite, and also unlocks all the inventory bags. So basically these 3 things together are like what you want to get your hands on when you like play your first character and you want to like farm stuff for speed leveling other characters. Mr. Loboto, hello, welcome on, welcome on. Welcome back, rather. How are you, man? Thank you so much for this resub, and enjoy these emotes yet for another month. How are you, man? Nice to see you. Hey, Wolftown, how are you, man? Oh, how are you, girl, Arthur? Do I prefer doing SSF builds? I don't know. It's like, I enjoy both. I enjoy SSF and non-SSF.
See you around.
I would say I enjoy speed leveling a little bit more, because then I can play more builds in the long run. But I usually try to do like one SSF build per patch, right? So yeah, the 1.1.7 patch build was the breaker, or is the breaker still, which is not entirely finished yet. Like there's still some stuff to do. I haven't been into SR yet. I haven't been able to do any like super bosses, but I was able to clear all the dungeons, right? I was able to also kill Lokarr, basically get all the leveling gear that you would need for a secondary character, which basically proves that this is like a, I guess, a viable beginner character, right? At least for softcore. Like in hardcore, if you're a good player, I guess that also works, but Spellbreaker can be a little bit sketchy sometimes. Also, we still have this quest missing, right? Let's do that real quick. And then that's basically gonna be it for this episode. Now, yeah, Daida Thornsbury is always gonna be over here in the Valley of the Chosen if you have already done her quests over in Morndale, right?
Hello again, my friend.
Alright, and she basically gives you another, I don't know, mat, I guess, like a rare mat. Celestial Moat Blows maybe, I don't know. I think that's what she gives me. Okay. Well, yeah, that's basically gonna be it for this episode 10 on the Breaker. Stay tuned for more episodes. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna be able to like do one more next week. And that's probably gonna be it for this Breaker for up until September then, because I will be taking like a 3-week break in mid to late August probably. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching, also on YouTube, and I hope to see you around on the next one.